Hey! Very, very happy because Arsenal is out of Europa Cup. Ha 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 ha. Okay, so yeah, Arsenal. What, what a what a dog is this? That's the word for it. What a dog. Yeah, it's just ready to be vented by us, Arsenal, right? There's no chance Arsenal's gonna get in Champions League right now, and they lost in the Europa League, and they are about 5 points behind us, 6 points behind us, and there's so many teams fighting for this number fourth spot. Unless the goes on a winning run, it's very, very difficult for them to get back into the um, top four position. But if by luck, by stroke of chance, they can get top five, um, and Manchester City got banned, then they are back in the Champions League, which I don't see happening. I don't see Arsenal being consistent enough. So Arteta out. I don't know, don't care. But yeah, both of them enter. Haha, Arsenal is out. Yeah, okay, let's talk about first we have to talk about clean sheet. We have to talk about clean sheet, we have to talk about Maguire. Welcome to United Kopitiam. This Saturday, 11 o'clock, we try to be consistent and do it every single week at 11 o'clock. So, for those that's interested to join us live on this show and leave your comments down below. Leave your opinion, I'll read it out. We will talk about Manchester United, and today I just want to talk about Maguire, the games that have gone past the week, the Watford game, the Brugge game, the things that happened throughout the whole week. I want to bring into discussion. My hair is messy. I don't have a wax at home. Um, yeah, so I just want to talk about clean sheet Maguire first because a lot of people has been slagging Maguire off for the price that he came in. He came in about 80 million pound during the summer, which is a lot, which is slightly more than Van Dijk, and I think that's what Leicester wants it to be. And Maguire came as the most expensive defender, and we have to talk about that stat. I believe that a lot of you have already seen the 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 clean sheet stats that we have. 17 clean sheets, along with Liverpool this season, and only below Bayern Munich in the whole Europe. So we in the whole Europe in the five big league, we are number two, joint second with Liverpool, and people has been slagging Maguire off. So I'm here to tell you how important Maguire has been to Manchester United. Imagine we don't have Maguire, we have Smalling and Jones at the back line. It's nothing different from last season. Yes, 80 million is a lot of money. It's probably too much for Maguire, but that's the price Leicester set, and that's the price we have to pay if you want to get one of the best. It's not the best, right? You have Koulibaly, but Koulibaly's not going anywhere for less than anything 90 million. It's He's not even British, and that's a difficult price to pay according to Woodward and probably even Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And that is the sentiment in and around that Koulibaly is going to be expensive because he's really the best, if not one of the best. And Maguire is a good second choice. We have to pay because it's English. You have to pay the premium, and when you're English, you get a little bit more support and a little bit more exposure. That's why to get a sponsorship team to actually pay more money to Manchester United. This is part of the plan. When it's England players, when it's English, and you get a lot more exposure in United Kingdom alone, where a lot of the football fans are residing. Granted, we are not from British, we're from Malaysia, a little small country, Southeast Asia, and there's a lot of Manchester United fan here too. And as you can see, along this whole season, a lot of people has been talking bad about Maguire, not worth 80 million paid. Yeah, maybe he's a bit too expensive, but it doesn't matter. We got Maguire marauding the back line. He's very important to us throughout the whole season, and we have 17 clean sheets, joint second with Liverpool, and this stat is only possible because of Maguire. I mean, imagine Phil Jones and Smalling. Like, a lot of people say Smalling has gone to Italy and became a very, very good defender. For God's sake, it's the Italian league, it's a slower league. Everybody defends in that league. So that is pretty crap. If you put Smalling in the Arsenal team, he's going to be no better than David Lewis. If you put Smalling in a Man City team, you think he's going to go ahead of the pot? It's our third best centre back. Granted, I believe that after, well, maybe fourth now, we have Lindelof and Bailly coming back with fourth is a very, very good bench player, but he doesn't want to be a bench player. Hence, he took the move. And Jones, nobody wants him, so Jones is why he's here. But have we seen Jones? Honestly, have you seen Jones much this season? It's 2, 3 games, and you see that's the thing about Ole. I just also want to talk about Ole's and whether to this Ole out brigade that at the moment, not even just because of positivity, but because we have a new player, we have Bruno Fernandes. Um, he should be given time at least until end of season, but we can at least start judging Ole. Before this, I don't think we can start judging Ole because we don't have a creative outlet, and that has been proven game after games. The goals only come from individual brilliance or mistakes by the opponent. There is no creativity in terms of creating play, and that's why without Bruno Fernandes, it's very difficult for us to judge Ole because he doesn't have the players that he needs. He doesn't have the recipe that he needs. So if you're gonna cook, um, a dish. He's gonna cook the perfect dish. But he's lacking the ingredient. You do not give him the black pepper. He has to find his own black pepper in substitution. White pepper is totally different. So he doesn't have the ingredient to break down teams, and that's why we lost against the smaller teams and win against the bigger teams. And because of our pace, there's no creativity. He found a way to win against biggest team, but he cannot find a way to win against the smaller team because, as you can see, Lingard and Pereira are crap. They have been crap. They cannot be uncrap. And Mata is too slow, right? He doesn't have the leg to be the sole creative provider, and hence that's why we have such a jagged performance against the lower team, and I do not blame Oli for that. Not 100% at least, right? He has to play two holding midfield because if he can't attack, you defend, and that is the only thing Manchester United can do at that time, which is defend. And now we have Bruno Fernandes. The story shift 180%. You can see how good Bruno Fernandes is against Chelsea, against Watford, against Club Brugge. Granted, we have not been tested, really, really tested, and we were a bit lucky against Chelsea, thanks to what? Thanks to not sending Maguire off. But other than that, I think they defended quite well and attacked quite well. So we totally deserve the win against Chelsea. The win against Watford is just pure brilliance, right? Again, Bruno Fernandes controlling the midfield, man of the match, 1 goal, 2 assists. Granted, people's gonna say it's penalty, but so what? If he doesn't even have the the goal, he still have 2 assists, and his play in controlling midfield is so pivotal, right? He controlled the midfield. He's everywhere on the midfield. He connected the holding midfields to the striker alone in that game, and everything that happens went through him in the Watford game. He of course he made the penalty, he scored the penalty, and Dane James was brilliant to set him through. You see, that is the importance of having very good attacking play. You have Dan James putting Bruno Fernandes through the goal, and it's not even supposed to be Dan James behind Bruno Fernandes, but because Bruno Fernandes decided to go up, Dan James dropped back. That is the teamwork that we're talking about, and that pass was brilliant. That well, Bruno Fernandes just make a meal out of it. It's definitely looks a bit of a diving, but but nobody will say a lot about it. He actually dropped before even the keeper reached him, but yeah, that's the name of the game, right? So Bruno Fernandes made the penalty. That's why I say made, not got the penalty, but made the penalty and score. And what a weird. I don't think I support his way of scoring penalty, but if that's it is, that's it is. I don't really care. I mean, scoring the penalty 2 out of 2. Yeah, and that assist, it was a simple assist to Greenwood because when he put on a great ball to Martial took Martial's goal is brilliant, but if his first shot gone in, Bruno would have gotten the assist. But his first shot did not go in, was blocked, but it was brilliant second chip. It was a chip. It was chip over soldier. It was just brilliance from Martial, and 3 goals in 3 games from Martial. We have to talk about Martial soon, but Bruno Fernandes is the man for us at the moment, and that is when I believe that we can start judging Ole. With the creative in the park, if Bruno Fernandes fail, Ole shall fail with him. But so far, Bruno Fernandes has been the man. Ole has done very well with the system. I think the holding midfield is pushing up higher thanks to our knack in attacking at the moment, and we're attacking more. Hence, I don't want to see two holding midfield. I don't want to see two defensive midfield. Um, Holding the line, holding our midfield because it becomes too defensive. But I guess we have to do it because we don't have the men to attack. But now that we have the men to attack, we can be an attacking team. I do not want to see the holding midfield just sitting back. And Fred can do so much. He gets in around the box and he gets in the box. I want to see Fred's in the box. I want to see Bruno Fernandes in the box, which he's doing. And then you have Marshall, you have Greenwood, you have James, you have probably if Marshall is not fit, you have Igalos in the team ahead of Bruno Fernandes. That's what I want to see. I want to see attacking. I do not want to see us defending against any opponents at the moment. Probably even against Tottenham, but we have to be wary of Tottenham because Mourinho is the master of taking a goal, but we are master of counter attack at the moment. So yeah, Bruno Fernandes has done really really well. One goal, two assists. One goal, two assists at the moment. Two goals, two assists after the Brugge game. I want to see him assisting more. That's his job. That's the thing that we bring him from. But if he's going to attack and he's going to start scoring goals, I say I'm not going to mind about it. He is a great, great player. There's no question about it. A lot of people say he's not world class at the moment. Yeah, maybe he would need game to prove that he's world class. But bring on this performance. Ballon d'Or is his next season. Yeah, you heard it here first. That assist to Greenwood was a very good pass, created space for him, but it wasn't nothing groundbreaking. But that assist for Martial, which he didn't get, was brilliant. Okay, so Bruno Fernandes, and even in the Brugge game, he did not have the assist, but he controlled the game. All the three goals in the first half gone through him. He, let's talk about the penalty, right? He scored the penalty. That's why he's part of the goal. But I think it was his pass to Daniel James that opened up the game, opened up the space for him that he shot, and somebody just decided to become keeper because Minoli behind you, you just don't trust him. It's a deserved red card. Don't know why it took 3 minutes, but it was a good penalty again. And in the second goal, he chipped it into Mata. That was a brilliant cross that we have never ever seen Manchester United doing this season. There's great team goals that we never see Manchester United's done this season. So that is a really, really a great goal. And Mata cut back to Igalo was perfect. So Bruno Fernandes, if he doesn't chip it in, if he doesn't see Mata running, he sees everything perfectly. Everything's around him, and he pick up the right choice. If he doesn't see that, it's not a goal. And that was a perfect team goal that we once and started from Bruno Fernandes. And the third goal that McTominay scored, Bruno Fernandes is the one that snagged on a mistake by the defender, lay it on to Fred, who laid it on to McTominay, and well, he struck it on McTominay. It was again, Bruno Fernandes plays magnificently well, control the midfield, but in that game, there's another man of the match that we have to talk about. Okay, Greenwood in Watford game. That shot was blistering. So against Watford, really Greenwood. I mean, he was quite invincible in the first half, but in the second half it came lively. And I want to see more of Greenwood. And with injury to Rashford, with the possible injury to Martial, we are probably gonna see more of Greenwood. His stats ranging is 115 minutes per goal. That is slightly more than one game and a third. And it's only that stat is incredible. Incredible for a 17 years old, right? He doesn't play a lot of games, he doesn't have a lot of times, but whenever he plays, he scores. 150 minutes per goal, and that's very, very good. And that's why I want to see Greenwood against Everton. I think at the end of the day, we have to use Greenwood more because of the injury. We've done well. I always say that young players need to lessen their exposure, and I believe that we have done well lessening his exposure. But this is time of desperation. I think we have to put Greenwood into the team more and more because Rashford's not there. James need to rest from once in a while. And Igalo, it's getting there, but not quite there yet, right? Okay, let's talk more about Watford game. I think yeah, that first 5 minutes, that clash that Maguire ran onto Matic was quite scary. But apart from two attacking play, apart from that one time and another time, I think Watford didn't provide much, and I think that we defended quite well. And I think 3-0 is a very deserved scoreline. In the second half, they hardly sniffed anything out, and I think that we deserve 3-0. And I think that we should go on attacking, because when we attack, we look so seamless. We put in front of the team, and we don't have to defend much. I don't think De Gea did much in that game. I think it was a beautiful game. It was a game to say that we are back against a smaller team, right? We have to perform against a smaller team. We have Tottenham Hotspur coming up. We have Chelsea coming up. But after that, they're all winnable games, including Leicester game. Because Leicester just lost to Norwich yesterday, 1-0. We can win against Leicester. Anything after um the Hotspur game, starting with Sheffield United, it's our winnable game. Don't tell me that that Sheffield United is very, very good. No, it's not a winnable game. It's a winnable game. No, it's Sheffield United. They just came from the they just came from Championship. We definitely can win against all the teams after Tottenham Hotspur, but we have to get there first. We have to defeat Chelsea first. We have to defeat Hotspur first. But let's take a game at a time. What's the game? Beautiful Bruges. The game opens up for us, not for them, for us after the defender was recarded, and it was a perfect performance from Manchester United, perfect 5 performance. Again, Bruno was immense, and I said there's another player who did really, really well after Bruno Fernandes, and that is Fred. You have to give me a like if you think Fred is man of the match from Bruges, because he was immense. He was controlling the midfield. He was not that good against Watford. Along with Matic, he lost the ball quite a lot against Watford because he was being double teamed, and he was being double teamed. He was picked out of the game. They chose Fred to double team. I mean, if you are a good coach, you choose Bruno Fernandes to double team. But against Bruges, he's the man of the match. He ran that midfield. He controlled midfield. At the back, he has done nothing. He has nothing much to do. But then he started going forward. He has a crap shot, early in the half. But in the second half, that cut back, it was a tap in. I would call it a tap in. Lingard did okay, in the game for creating that goal. But the team was taken apart easily, Bruges, and that shot, the last shot of the game, that goal past the players. I think that was amazing, and that's why Fred is man of the match. 2 goals in that game. He has to be the man of the match, but by a threat, because Bruno Fernandes controlled the midfield. He's the creator, and that's why Bruno Fernandes will bring our team forward, but Ole will be judged because now he looks like he has a team. And we should come back to my problem, right? One of the titles says Pogbye. And what do you think about Pogba when he comes back into the team, when he is fit and playing? Would you play Pogba in the first 11, right? Hilmi said Fred is awesome now. He has, for this one whole season, he started badly, but he picked himself out. He's being played every game, and this past couple of months, he's been immense. From game to game, he has been important to us, except for the Watford game, which he looks a bit tired. He looks a bit, but he was double team again. You have to see that double team against Fred. That's why he lost the game. But because he was being double teamed, Bruno was free, so they double teamed the wrong person, right? Portuguese midfield connection, instant chemistry. Who are you talking about? What Portuguese midfield connection? Fred is from Brazil, Matic is from Serbia, and McTominay is from Scotland. And which Portuguese is there anymore? Let's talk about Wolf. Wolf has lots of Portuguese. Yeah. So Portuguese in Cristiano Ronaldo. Dalot is from Portuguese. I don't think there's a lot of Portuguese at the moment, so there's no connection at the moment. But there's instant chemistry with the Brazilian. I think he thinks Fred it's Portuguese, but Fred is Brazilian. But anyway, it's really, really good that Fred and Pogba partnership there. I'm telling you, Pogba comes back. I don't want to see him in the first 11. He has to sit on the bench because of his antic, because of his refusal to sack Mino Relay or distance himself from Mino Relay. His wanting to go is fine by me because we never actually kept our promise against. We never kept our promise against for Pogba. we wanted to build a team around him, but we never did build a team around him. So I understand his frustration at Manchester United. So if he wants to go, I'm fine with it, and we should wish him luck wherever he goes. But the problem is when it comes to Pogba, his antic off the field has become a nuisance, has become everyone's calling him a virus. He's becoming a bad influence in the team. And I think Ole knows that too. And Ole doesn't really talk much about him. He doesn't want to talk much about him. And he's away with his entourage getting better, healing. And that is just unacceptable to me. You are a Manchester United player. You should trust the club doctor, which I don't trust anyway. But you can bring your own people in, but you cannot be traveling around the world with a broken ankle and say that you are not well enough to play for the team. And you see, because of that, I see this antic as purely nonsense. Some disciplinary issues actions has to be taken against him. I want Pogba, even if he comes back, either to be stay out of the team or stay on the bench or comes in when somebody plays bad. Right? Yeah, Pogba can leave his agent. It's not said. His agent is pure. I'm gonna talk crap about his agent anymore. Manchester United should not get near Real anymore. And if Haaland doesn't sack him, Haaland doesn't use him. I don't want Haaland. I want Werner. But even if Werner doesn't come, I don't want Haaland. We have Martial and Greenwood. Get lost, Real. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Yeah. Very pretty good. Bruno and Fred both speaking Portuguese, right? So I do not know if they do speak Portuguese on the pitch, but I reckon it's English, and I think both speaks English very, very well. Bruno speaks English very, very well. So yeah, but the camaraderie, the speaking the same language does help in building a very good camaraderie. So he will say Pogba can leave his agent. Yes, I totally agree with that. Yeah, against Bruges, 5-star, very, very good game. Wonderful game. It's just 5 perfect stars for me. But that's also we are fighting against 10 players the whole game. So I want to talk about European what you call that? Our next game. I forgot what you call that. The Europa League next game again. LASK. I don't even know if you can pronounce less or Lasik. I don't know. But it's the Austrian team is ahead in the Austrian league, ahead of a team that we know very well, RB Salzburg. They are on the top spot, LSK, above RB Salzburg, and Salzburg is just out of Europa League that has against Eintracht. They drew with Eintracht, and Eintracht got to the next round, the round of 16. Yeah, the round of 16. So yeah, and LSK is the perfect game for Manchester United. Lingard can play again. He can have games for himself again. Maybe Pereira, but it's in Austrian, and I think when we fly to Austria, we really have the reserves. You have to send the reserves there because the next game is Man City, and it's awesome that we have a not so good team. Oh, out of all the team, LASK is probably the weakest, but they did win against Exact Alkmaar, which I think is one of the better teams during our group stage. So, I want to see players like Lingard and Pereira, coming in to rest the more important players. Or actually, to me, Gomez and Chong should get the nod ahead of them. But we'll see what's being done. Right? Hear me say Everton match will be a statement win because Everton is still finding a groove under Ancelotti. Now, let's preview Everton game right now. I fear Ancelotti is a very, very good manager. Everton has certainly become a better team under him. And Dominic Calvert-Lewin has certainly become a better player under Ancelotti. He is now a goal-scoring threat. And he just scored a ridiculous goal. So they are a good team. But we lost 4-0 in the same fixture in Goodison Park last season, and I hope that this will be a revenge. And I think this is on the players' mind. I want to see our players going out there and being pumped up because they want to revenge the 4-0 loss against Everton. And who is in that team at that time? Rashford is there, Martial is there in that team playing against Everton 4-0. I think Fred is there. So definitely he wants a revenge. I think Martial wants a revenge if Martial is fit. And Shaw is there. Of course, Maguire is not there. The AWB is not there. Bruno Fernandes is not there. But Bruno Fernandes is always up for games, and revenge or no revenge, he's gonna put him his best performance on at Goodison, and that's what I want to see. You see, but we have to acknowledge that Theo Walcott, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, they are a threat, and Richarlison is in my fantasy league team because he's the one that's performing the most consistent throughout the whole season for Everton. When Lewin is not performing, Richarlison is performing. He is going to be a huge, huge threat. But if we have Aaron Wan-Bissaka, if Richarlison come on the right side, we have Aaron Wan-Bissaka. If Richarlison come on the left side, we have Luke Shaw. Um, that's who I think will play ahead of Brandon Williams. Luke Shaw is very, very good defensively, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin, we have Maguire dealing with him. So I think, even with speed, I think Lindelof, slightly faster than Maguire, can deal with him. And I think Lindelof's going to come back because of sentimentality, but I do hope to see Bailey a little bit more because with his speed, we are not afraid of Dominic Calvert-Lewin. And let's go to midfield. Midfield is where Everton kind of suck, you know. Sigurdsson lost his magic. Schneiderlin is slow on the pitch. Yeah, talking about Schneiderlin, what a bad buy we had with him, right? We definitely screw up with Schneiderlin, and because when he even go to Everton, he did not perform well, right? Bruno, Hillman said Bruno's influence and creativity are growing the right direction and time, and I don't think it's growing. I think it's always been there. I think Bruno Fernandes. I mean, we grow with Bruno Fernandes, and the players are great, and Ole will be judged. That's why I say against Everton, it's teams like this, it's game like this that Ole will be judged. We want to see more from Ole in terms of tactical, but him putting in the right players at the moment, there's really nothing to complain about Ole unless Ole starts 5-3-2. It's going to be very difficult to see the kind of formation under Everton, but probably he's thinking not to lose. But I tell you, Bruno Fernandes in the team, you go attacking because we will pack Everton back, and with our defense, we could snuff counter attack, right? But I think Bay it's one of the better one to snuff counter attack because he's fast. Of course, Himi said if we could have gotten Bruno Fernandes early, and I've been saying in the summer, we wanted Bruno Fernandes. We wanted Bruno Fernandes, but Bruno Fernandes did not come because Manchester United leaked out that his passes is too risky. Boo! Crap. We need that risky in front of goal. We need that risky in terms of attacking. Don't tell me we're passing safe. I mean, I've heard fans saying that, oh, Bruno Fernandes should be playing safe. He lost so many ball. Granted, he did lose a lot of ball. 72% passing rate. 28% losing ball. It's quite a lot. But he's attacking player. Attacking players can lose the ball a bit more if they're trying to create something. And you look at the things he's trying to create. That chip to Mata was brilliant. So I don't mind him losing a lot of ball if he can turn half of the ball that he sent through magic. He's trying to find the perfect pass. He's trying to find the pass that surprises everyone. And that's Bruno Fernandes for you. I want to see that risky pass. I don't care. In that half, up top, in the penalty, in and around penalty, you're supposed to play risky. You're supposed to play the true passes that no one sees. You're supposed to play the chip, which he did for Mata. Not once, even against Bruges on the reverse, he did play the same chip to Mata, who did not capitalize on that, right? So I want to see Bruno Fernandes risking it out. So don't give me that crappy reasons that because of risky passes we do not want him in the summer. It's because of slow negotiation by Woodward. You know that the market is closing and yet you're still negotiating, and at the end of the day we didn't pay anything different. In January, they still wanted, Scotland Lisbon still wanted what they wanted, and we still paid what they wanted. We are haggling the 5 million, and that 5 million could have cost us the Champions League. But at the moment, we got lucky because Chelsea was crap. We are lucky. They started to lose point, and Leicester could be dragged into the not the relegation, the top four battle. They could be trapped in this top four battle. The reason is because they just lost to Norwich. They're only 6 points. They're 9 points ahead of us right now. We have a game extra. If we win this game, they're 6 points ahead of us with 10 games to go, and they could lose more. And at the end of the season, our last game is against Leicester. That's a 3-pointer there. Again, we can close the gap. So that's 3 points left, 3 points to close. But they have far superior um, goal difference, so we have to get 4 points to be over them. They have 27, we have 12, so that's a lot of goal difference to make up. But I don't see us picking that up. But we definitely can catch Leicester if they continue to stumble, because they stumble against Norwich. I mean, how in the world can you stumble against Norwich, right? Hume said our DNA's attack is in the Manchester United in DNA all this while, and it's been missing for many years. And even against Moyes, we started to lose our attacking sense under Moyes. We have the worst season. Correction, I said 68 point was the points that we had under Moyes. It was actually 64, and it's actually looking back at it, it was really low. And under Wenger, we passed left, passed right. It bores me to tears against Wenger. With Wenger and with Mourinho, he is the defensive master, and he's destroying Tottenham at the moment, and we're so happy to see it. He is again defensive tactic. Right, if he comes into Chelsea, a team that's not so good, and he used the defensive tactic to get them titles, that is very good. That is what Mourinho built his legacy on with Chelsea, with Porto, and he went to Real Madrid. He was very practical with Real Madrid, but not as practical. And with Cristiano Ronaldo there, you basically don't have to do anything, and you will win games. So. And what did he do? He picked a fight with Cristiano Ronaldo. Of course, you pick a fight with your biggest player. So at the end of the day, Moreno is a dinosaur. I think his tactic is not going to work. You see, Tottenham Hotspur has built their these few years under Pochettino an attacking team, and now they're going back to defensive team. I would cry if I'm a Tottenham Hotspur, like how I cried for Manchester United at the moment at his last year. Second is his biggest achievement. I agree that there's a lot of problem in the Manchester United board. That a lot of problems you cannot actually point your finger on Mourinho, but his defensive tactic. Now, when you are defending and you have the kind of football, you must win games. If you don't win games, you will be judged. And he doesn't win games in last year at Manchester United, and that is why he's judged. And he became toxic. And he has to go. He has to go, and that's why he himself said that he deserved to go. But so coming back, yes, attack is Manchester United DNA, and I do not want to see Manchester United defending this 4-2-3-1. We are so defensive under it with two holding midfield. I want to see the 4-3-3 again. I want to see Fred the box to box and Bruno Fernandes attacking midfield with McTominay or Matic staying back, right? I want to see that attacking DNA Manchester United have again, and this is very important for Manchester United fan. And yeah, this is what we want to see. We have not had that for six season and seven counting, because Ole has not been attacking. But with Bruno Fernandes, we have the attacking midfield to do it. And if we can attack, we can pack them back, and we don't have to worry so much about defending, right? We just have to worry about counter attacking. But if Bay is there, he's fast enough to deal with it. That's my preview of the Everton game at Goodison Park. It is a very dangerous match. We can lose it because Everton is a good team under Ancelotti, but the midfield is crap, and the defense is not so much better either. Yeremina is not very fast; he's very good at heading, but at a low ball, he's not very good. And Michael Keane has not been the consistent player that he is. And their fullbacks are getting old. Simmons Coleman has been a very good player for the past few seasons, but I don't see him a very good player now. But with Ancelotti coming, he's starting to become a better player. Leighton Baines are getting older. The pace is going, so they don't have a very good team, a fully good team, right? So there's a lot of holes that we can attack them in this Everton team. We just have to worry about Richarlison, Calvin Lewis, Dominic Calvin Lewin, and also to a certain extent Theo Walcott. Their attacking it's good. Their midfield not so much. Their defense not so much. We can attack them, and when we attack them, we pack Richarlison back. We pack Calvin Lewin back, and Theo Walcott can be taken out of the game easily by Luke Shaw. So This game is there for the taking for us. We have every single ability to win this game. Our midfield is strong, even if Matic is in at the moment. I would say Matic is quite good. These past few games, and McTominay is probably not super match fit at the moment. So McTominay should be in. And with Fred and Bruno, we have a great midfield, which we don't have earlier in the season. And attack, yeah, attack is where we might falter a bit or because of injury. If Martial's back, great. If Igalo is there, I think Igalo is just as good as Giroud. He can certainly do a job, but he needs good people around him. And Greenwood can certainly strike the ball. Greenwood is better than Theo Walcott. Full stop. Um, yeah, Richarlison is probably more experienced than him at the moment. And Daniel James, the pace of Daniel James, we have a balanced team at the moment, and Daniel James is also better than Theo Walcott, right? And he definitely can create something, but he's lacking the final ball, and this is another game for him to prove himself. So our attacking maybe just on par with Everton. If we have Martial, we are better than Everton's striking. They definitely can take advantage with Bruno Fernandes. They definitely can take advantage of their defense, and Fred and Matic can definitely handle that midfield, that slow and sluggish midfield. So yeah, so I already told you my predicting lineup. De Gea, Luke Shaw was going to play because he has been doing perfectly well. Brandon Williams probably going to play the game against LASK. Maguire, I see Ole sticking with Lindelof, and I see, of course, Aaron Wan-Bissaka coming in again. They have played in the midweek, and I feel for Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw whether they can ball up and down the flank, which I hope to see. Yeah, Matic should come in for McTominay, who still needs a bit more time. Cannot be playing 2 games in 3 days. Fred, yeah, he stayed the whole game during LSK, but he has the energy in the tank, and he will be rested in the game against LSK. And Bruno Fernandes, he's been subbed out quite early, I think about 60 minutes, and he doesn't want to sub out, he wants to play. But Ole wants to keep his player fresh, and we are already 3 goals up. So attack will be, I hope Martial comes back, and I hope Greenwood and James to start alongside him. So 4-2-3-1 is my predicted formation. I do not, for the life of me, I do not want to see 5-3-2 unless we go on attacking with 5-3-2. Unless Luke Shaw and Wan-Bissaka stay up high top, not defending as much. Williams and Bissaka. Because if 5-3-2, I see, because Bay's not going to play 2 games in 3 days, so I see Luke Shaw, Maguire and Lindelof as the center defensive midfield, and Luke Shaw will bumped up and down. I want to see Williams and Bissaka going high up, and Matic is going to come in from McTominay. If it's 5-3-2, Fred and Bruno, and it's going to be James and Igalo maybe, or Greenwood and Igalo. Because Greenwood didn't play a lot, right? So I shall see Greenwood playing this game. But I want to see a 4-3-3. I want to see an attacking team. If it's 5-3-2 attacking, then I'm fine with it. But 4-2-3, it has to be attacking, full stop. This is in our DNA. I want to see us attacking. But the problem is Martial injured? Because even during the Thursday training, he came in, reported himself, but he did not pass the fitness test. And I'm hoping that yesterday and today his training, there's not much news about him. I did change Grealish because Grealish is not playing this weekend in the Fantasy Premier League. I did change him for Martial, because the thing is Martial is in the midfield. It's quite weird. And I did change Grealish because he's playing in Manchester City in the Carling Cup final. That's another good game. We should be watching that Carling Cup final. I don't want Aston Villa to win, because it's Man City and they deserve the punishment, they deserve to lose. And I want Grealish to win something this season, but I am afraid that the sky might price rocket. But if Grealish controlled this game, created, score, I will tell you would want to sign this player. And I want this player to be signed, right? I have people asking me that, because I wanted Grealish, Sancho, and Werner. And I can tell you I'm happy with Grealish and Sancho. Even Werner didn't come during the summer. It's only 2 players. What? You only wanted 2 players? You see, if Bruno Fernandes double team, we have Grealish to supplement the creativity. We need somebody to play with creativity to play beside Bruno Fernandes, and I see Fred holding the midfield. Grealish has the height, so when defensive set piece, he can be very, very useful. That's why I want to see Grealish. Very important. We need attacking midfield. We need a creativity because Bruno can play number 8. He doesn't have to play number 10. He can drop back and he can play box to box. And Grealish will be attacking players. And he's strong physically. So they complement and they are both strong, creative, and they are very very good delivering the balls. So Grealish is top on my list. If we can't, of course, Madison. But Grealish is cheaper, and I don't see a big difference between them. And he's stronger, and he's a leader in Aston Villa. We need more leadership figure in the team. And when it goes to the right wing, we have not have a right wing since Beckham. For God's sake, right? It's been a long time. Beckham's 40 over years old now. He owns a team in the States. Something Miami. And if I say Beckham coming in the team, he'll be doing better on the right wing. But we need someone on the right wing. I mean, Daniel James, he did an okay job. He's a good sub. He will be explosive. He's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Daniel James. But we need a consistent right wing, and Jadon Sancho is my perfect. I mean, if Hakim Ziyech doesn't come, fine, because we're putting all egg in this basket. But damn, this egg is worth it. This basket is worth it. Go get this basket. Yeah, Sancho and Grealish will be perfect this summer, and Werner will be very, very good addition. And if luxury calls for it, we can get a Thomas Partey or Ndidi. I mean, in that midfield that Leicester have, Ndidi is very, very important. And yeah, someone asked me, you do not want a defensive midfield? I'm saying that our attack been crap this season. Bruno Fernandes start to change that, but we still need bodies in the attacking. In case Martial injured, Werner is there. And Werner, I mean, I think he could even take the place of Martial. And Martial to be pushed left, right, to be subbing in because, yes, he's a very good player. I like Martial. I love Martial. But if Werner is a better at striking, I think we have to look at it and we have to give Martial a rest because it's so far he's like Pogba. He's been inconsistent at best, right? But I want to see Martial this season to end in a strong note, and then we have the question of who becomes our striker. Because I see Werner. Okay, let's talk about the transfer because in the title there's also Werner, but I see Werner not coming to Manchester United because we have dropped a bit. We have dropped a bit for Werner. Barcelona has dropped a bit for Werner, and he's waiting for Liverpool to respond. And I believe Liverpool will get Werner. I don't believe Jadon Sancho is going to be there because Salah and Mane and even certain Shaqiri is there. But in that striking role, they only have Firmino. Firmino can drop back, becomes more of an attacking midfield, and Werner can slot into that team. So that's why I think Liverpool's going to get Werner. We are not going to. And he wants Werner. I mean, Werner wants Liverpool. I believe that. So I don't think we are able to get Werner. So that's why I want to see. I want to see Martial really taking the role by himself, really staying in the box. He's a lot of people complain. He comes back, he holds up the ball, he passes it on. He has to start going to the box. He cannot be drifting left so much. But I understand why, because he doesn't get the ball. He wants the ball. You say Martial's lazy, but he wants the ball. He's looking for the ball. So if he's lazy, we just wait in the box for people to serve him because nothing is created for him. He created himself against Club Brugge. He created that goal by himself. So we have to appreciate Martial's tenacity. Actually, we're giving him the adjective tenacity. Yeah, Martial, I want to see him becoming a good player, and I know Greenwood is there to come in when Martial's injured. So that is why I don't think centre forward is the most important at the moment. The most important is another attacking midfield, Pogbye and Jadon Sancho on the right wing because we don't have a good right wing since Beckham, and that is a bloody long time ago. We saw him to Real Madrid a zillion years ago. Okay, so yeah, the games against Everton, preview. My prediction 3-0. Ha! I don't think we're gonna get the 4-0, but 3-0 is possible. They don't have a good midfield. They don't have a good defense. We can exploit that. There's no reason we shouldn't win this game. And we win this game, I can tell you, positivity up, up, up. Positive, all it's gonna positive for early again, you know. So that's why we have to win this game. We have to win this game to keep the momentum going. We have to win this game to keep the pressure up on Chelsea. And I think Chelsea's gonna lose point against Bournemouth tonight. So the game at Goodison Park, Everton versus Manchester United, Malaysian time, Singaporean time, Hong Kong time, 10 o'clock Sunday, tomorrow night. We're very, very pumped up for it. And let's add this with a bit of Grealish transfer news. The transfer news is Grealish is Woodward wants to make this happen this month, last day of the month. Hopefully March, but Villa boss has come on and say, let's look at it at the end of the summer. Get it done, Woodward. You know, throw money at them. Grealish does have a release clause, but it's not the release clause that we came to know. It's a gentleman release clause, which means that if a bid comes in at 45 million, they are obliged to, they're needed to let Grealish know that a bid came in for him, and they don't have to respond to. I mean, they must respond to it, but they don't have to agree to it. They don't have to sell him for the 5 million. So, but they're obliged to tell Jack Grealish. So there is a gentleman's agreement there. So it definitely can be gotten for cheap. 50 millions with 5 millions, 45 millions plus add-ons. Get it done, Woodward. Get it done. Do it like Hakim Ziyech. So we have one deal to worry about, because I can tell you the whole transfer, we are going to get so bogged down by Pogbye, right, and Sancho's deal. These two sagas going to go on and on and on and on, right? We have to get Sancho over the deal, so get Grealish over the line right now. So that is news with Grealish. We want to get it over the line, but Villa boss came out and say that let's look at this summer. Throw money at them, please, Woodward. They will respond to it. They are Villa. I think one of the title is also about Pogba, and I think there's not much on the Pogba front. He's going to come back against Manchester City. He's going to sit on the bench, and small possibility of the games against Spur. I say sit on bench, Pogba. Shut up and sit on bench. That's what else? What else? Transfer news. Sancho and Pogba. Werner. We talked about Werner, and I see him going to. I mean, we bid it for him. That's what the news say. We bid for him, but he's looking for Liverpool. He's waiting for Liverpool. That's given. So yeah, positivity week. Watford games brilliant. Brugge perfect. And let's not stop the momentum. Let's get a win against Goodison Park. This is United Kopitiam. Please do share, like, and subscribe. I have a YouTube channel. Go there. I'm going to put this on YouTube. You missed this, you can see this on the Facebook. You can see this on the YouTube. Please do give your comment down below. Let me know what do you think about the positivity week. What do you think about Goodison Park? Do you think it's going to be 3-0? I think it's going to be 3-0. I think that our attacking sense is coming along quite fine. This is United Kopitiam. Bye.